the most popular pies at the Windmill, especially in the autumn and the winter, is game pie. And for this, I'm going to use 3 types of meat: venison, pheasant and partridge. Now you can actually buy mixed game meat, but to be honest, it tends to be a little bit scraggy. This way I can see what I've got, and it also means I can cook the meats in different ways if I need to. If it comes together in a mix, it means it's all going to be cooked for the same length of time in the same way, and you end up with something that's a little bit sort of messy, if I'm honest. For added flavour, I've got pancetta and button mushrooms. As with all of our pies, the quality of the sauce is really important. For this particular sauce, for our game pie, I've got aromatic vegetables, which is shallots, carrots and celery, thyme, bay leaves, juniper berries, and then red wine, port, chicken stock, and a little bit of Dijon mustard.
If there's anybody listening.
All the preparation for my pie is now done, so I can begin the cooking process. And the first thing I'm going to do is to put the pheasant and the partridge into the seasoned flour and then fry it off.
Kind of mystery in the air.
I've got some clarified butter and oil in this pot, and I'm just going to pop the partridge and the pheasant in here. Once the pheasant and the partridge has taken on some nice colour, I'm going to remove it from the pan because it's still slightly pink in the centre, but that's fine. So out this comes, and the next thing I'm going to do is put in the mushrooms. Out come the mushrooms, a nice and light golden colour now, and in goes the pancetta.
Kind of mystery in the air. Was there ever thought for those that never rested?
The pancetta's now got a nice golden colour as well, so that comes out to be added to the pheasant and the mushrooms.
Give us bread and circus. There's still a strange kind of mystery.
I've turned the heat down to soften the vegetables, cooking those for a couple of minutes, and then adding the garlic, thyme and juniper berries until it all goes quite soft. So now's the time to put the red wine in. I'm going to put the red wine in, whack the heat right up and reduce the red wine down by at least half to concentrate the flavours.
Rocky man with this strange kind of mystery.
The red wine's reduced right down now, so it's almost quite sticky, which is lovely, concentrated flavours into this. And so the next thing for me to do is to add some port, and I'm going to add around about 150 mils of port into here. Straight away after the port I can add the chicken stock, and I've got 3/4 of a litre or 750 mils of chicken stock, so that goes in. So I've added the chicken stock to the red wine and the port. I'm going to bring it to the boil and then strain the sauce. So here's the strained sauce back into the pan. Ready for the next process, which is to add the venison. Now you'll notice that I didn't actually fry the venison off like I did with the partridge and the pheasant. The reason for that is venison is so lean that if I fry that off, it would be like a clenched fist. It would be so tough, it just doesn't work. So the venison is going to go straight into the sauce and be gently poached. What I've got in here is haunch of venison. It's half a kilo, 500 grams. And it's going to take about half an hour to cook, that's all. Just poaching away nicely into this beautiful liquor. Normally at the Windmill we make big batches of pie mix using this black pan here, so typically we make 40 or 50 portions of game pie. But for today's exercise, so you can cook it at home, I'm making enough for 6. This venison really doesn't take very long. It's been on for about 25 minutes and it's beginning to get quite tender. So what I'm going to do now is add a little bit of Dijon mustard, a bit of piquancy, about a teaspoonful and a half. As the venison is nearly cooked, I can now add the rest of the ingredients: the partridge, the pheasant, the bacon and the mushrooms.
And that strange kind of mystery in the air.
I want to stress that this does not take very long to cook. The venison, the partridge and the pheasant want to be treated quite lightly. The venison took about 25 minutes, the partridge and the pheasant was fried off to golden at the very beginning, and at the end it was just plopped back in again for about 12 minutes, so just to warm through and cook. The only thing for me to do now is add a little bit of fresh parsley. Now for the pie assembly, I'm using the suet crust pastry, which is self-raising flour and shredded suet. It's on our steak and kidney pie video if you need to know how to make this. It's quite simple. Basically what I do is I cut out a round, and I'm going to use this pork pie tin. Now what I have to do is gently form the pastry inside the pork pie tin.
Bacchanalia and the trials and tribulations of the fair.
I'm now going to spoon the chilled game pie mix into the mould.
There's still a strange kind of mystery in the air.
Fold over the little excess pastry here, just to make sure it's all encased there. And now I'm just going to brush the edge around here with egg wash. Put my lid on top of this pie here. Press it down nice and firmly. Egg wash it.
If there's anybody listening up there, it's hard to get a handle on this.
Pie's going to go in the oven for about 20-25 minutes at 200 degrees C.
Kind of mystery in the air.
As if by magic, this is the Windmill game pie. So this is my venison, pheasant and partridge pie cooked in a rich red wine and port sauce. I hope you enjoy making it at home.